Hey guys, this is James White from Freakin Reviews, where I specialize in as seen on TV product reviews. Here I am at the Cool Creek Park Pavilion answering your live questions, so let's get started. Oh, there's nobody here. Oh well. I guess I'll just answer some questions anyway, so let's get right to it. All right, so I'm just outside of Indianapolis here. Let's get started with the first set of questions. Number one, what is something you would never review no matter how much it was requested or how cheap or expensive it was? I can tell you what that is. That is gross products. Like I would not review the wax vac or the one that you stick in the ear and pull the wax out, or nail trimming products. I'm not into the gross videos. That's something that people have asked you for and I won't do it. Sorry, no ear wax on my channel. This person asked why I don't respond to comments as much as I used to. Well, I used to respond to every comment, but it got to the point where that was a lot of work. Not to mention having to deal with all the trolls. So if you want me to answer questions, my other social profiles are probably the best place to ask them. On YouTube, pretty much whenever I post a video, I'll respond to comments for that video for about an hour or two, but otherwise, I don't look at them that much anymore. This one says, do you actually keep all the bad products you review, and where do you find room for them? In previous videos, I've shown what I call the As Seen on TV boneyard. That's a big storage shelf in my garage where I put all the products I don't use and the boxes for the ones that I do. I really try to use the products beyond just where I post my videos. So when I do an update later, I can kind of tell you how they were holding up. And sometimes I've even found uses for them outside of their normal use, like the grabbing device I use to throw balls to Bailey. So I really try to give them a good shot. But I'm getting to the point now where my boneyard is so full, I'm gonna have to start getting rid of things. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that, but when I figure it out, I'll let you know. Next up, does Bailey know any tricks? Well, you know, Bailey isn't really that smart. I mean, she knows how to sit and she knows what her ball is, but I've tried teaching some other tricks. She's not quite there yet. I think she's still mentally maturing. So hopefully I can get some tricks in Bailey in the next year or so. Someone asked if I've ever made any products myself or had any ideas. I've had ideas for products. I'm not really the inventor type, but I do like to try things out, and I have offered suggestions to people who have invented products, so I think that I would be a good person to consult with for an inventor, but I don't necessarily have the original idea myself. This person asked, did you ever expect your channel to be this popular? Absolutely not. I had no idea that I would get that many subscribers. I thought I might get 1,000 subscribers ever and be happy with that. So every time I check and there's more subscribers, I'm grateful for it. Someone asked if I have a P.O. box where you can send products. Yes, I have a P.O. box. It's on my About tab. Be sure to read the disclaimer because I usually don't take free stuff except for very rare occasions. So if you want to send something, read that first. Are you concerned about Daisy now that she's 13 years old? Yes, I am. The average golden retriever lives to be about 10 or 12. Daisy's 13. I know that her time is limited, so we're just trying to enjoy how much time we have left with Daisy while she's still around. All right, let's see the next question here. Do you ever get bored of reviewing as seen on TV products? Well, there's been some that are more interesting than others. Some of the kitchen products where I try to make a bunch of things to show how it works, that can get a little bit tedious after a while, especially when I'm going to the store buying different ingredients and cooking all day long. But hey, if it's valuable to the viewers, then it's worth it to me. Sometimes a video takes longer than others. I can't complain. This is my job, so this is what I do. I'm not too worried about the long, boring reviews. I'm worried more about the ones that don't really do anything, like Pill Pro. That was kind of hard to review because it's just a pill holder, and how do you really review that besides sticking pills in there? Good question though. All right, someone asked you, because they noticed that I am a beer drinker, what my favorite beers are. I'm kind of a fancy craft beer drinker. I like the bourbon barrel-aged type stouts. Bourbon County is obviously one of the gold standards in that category. I like a lot of beers, but those are my favorites. And to the person who asked if I would have a beer with them in Vegas, sure, just send me a message and maybe we'll meet up sometime. What keeps you from going crazy when you review such things as a pillow that you don't really like? Something that requires you to sacrifice being comfortable for the sake of a review. I'm actually excited. If I wake up the next day and I'm uncomfortable from a product I reviewed, I'm like, all right, good, I actually have something to report. So I don't really have a problem with it. I don't mind sacrificing comfort for a few nights if it provides valuable information to people viewing my channel. What are some of the pet peeves and things that irritate you? I can tell you the most irritating thing to me is going to a four-way stop and people don't know when it's their turn. That drives me absolutely crazy. And also when you have rows of slow drivers on the freeway and nobody wants to speed up and everybody's blocked behind them. So I think that people that aren't really aware when they're driving is my biggest pet peeve. This person asks, what has been my biggest struggle on YouTube? That's a good question. I actually don't know the answer to that one. I think my biggest struggle on YouTube has been to try to be as thorough as possible while also still posting regular content, because sometimes some of these reviews take a while. I mean, like my red copper pan was 3 weeks. The purple mattress I'm doing right now, I'm going to do a 30-day review on that one. So I have to kind of work on that and other things in between. So sometimes I have to have multiple things going on at once. That can be kind of difficult. What are your favorite sports teams, and do you play sports? I love to play basketball. I love to watch basketball. I've been a Lakers fan since I was little. I don't watch too much football or baseball lately. I was a huge fan of the Packers growing up. But right now, and I go to a lot of the Golden Knights games in Vegas because that's the new team we have there. So I would say right now, Lakers and the Golden Knights are my favorite teams. I love to play basketball. Do you gamble in Las Vegas? I do not gamble. I don't really find gambling very appealing. I don't find any thrill in it, so it's just not something for me. A lot of people who live in Las Vegas do not gamble, and most people I know don't gamble at all. So it's kind of a myth that people in Vegas are all gambling. That's for tourists and a few locals. That's about it. All right, here's a good one. What are some of the trends on YouTube today that you think will be outdated in the future? And I'm already seeing this. I think that the screaming, over-exaggerated YouTuber is starting to kind of fall out of favor because people want a more realistic personality. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm screaming for no reason. And you know, that includes that the thumbnails, where every thumbnail, your mouth is wide open, your eyes are wide open. It's like that's kind of getting a bit old. I think people want more of a real person. I need you to subscribe to me. Subscribe. Maybe that's just wishful thinking because I don't like that kind of YouTube channel, but I do think that people are looking for more real personalities now than cartoon characters. This person asks, does it matter if I hit the like button? Well, hitting the like button, the dislike button, commenting, sharing, viewing, those are all engagement that YouTube measures to decide if it's going to continue to promote the video. So all of that engagement is going to be helpful. Even the dislike button, so I don't even mind those. So definitely hitting the like button does help. This person asks why I don't add conversions to metric. That's actually a very good question. I've done it in a few videos, and when I remember it, I do it, but I haven't always thought about adding that. I know I probably should, and I apologize for not doing that more often. What other social media accounts do you have? Well, I will shamelessly plug them right here. Here are my social media accounts: Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And that's actually the best place to send me questions if you have any, because I don't always get to the comments here on YouTube. They're a lot less over there on those accounts. So if you have a question, send me there and I'll probably get back to you. Someone asked if I'm a gamer. You know, I went through a phase where I played a lot of video games back in the day, but I really don't have time. I mean, the last game I played much was Watch Dogs 2, and that was a pretty fun game, but I don't have time to play video games. I really don't. I would if I had more time. It says, what's the most confused you've ever been in regards to any product you've tried to use or put together? Well, the purple platform for the mattress, which I haven't posted that review yet, that was actually kind of confusing. And the handy holder, I think that one, the instructions were really bad on that one. It took me a long time to figure out what they were actually trying to say. Sometimes these instructions are not very good, but fortunately I haven't had too many problems like that. Someone says, how has your life changed now that you're a YouTube star? I definitely don't think I'm a YouTube star. I don't think that I would count in that category whatsoever. But how has it changed my life? I mean, it's my full-time job now. Even though I've been writing As Seen on TV products for years, I feel like this channel has allowed me to connect to people a lot more closely who are interested in this kind of thing. So that's kind of how it's changed my life. As far as being a star goes, I don't consider myself a star whatsoever. This person asked how my childhood was and if I had any struggles that inspired me to become a success story. I wouldn't even really say I'm a success story, but I think that my biggest struggle in life was probably being a single father and trying to work and raise 2 kids without putting them in childcare, which I didn't have to do. So that was certainly something that I think molded me into a better person, but it really is kind of unrelated to this YouTube channel. I actually had a pretty good childhood. I think I'm lucky in that respect. Now, my first Q&A, someone asked if I had been noticed in public, and at that time I said no, but I have since been noticed a couple of times, and this person wants to know if I've been asked for a picture, which I haven't. But I have had a couple of people recognize me, which is kind of an interesting feeling because you're out just doing your business and someone doing your business? You're out doing your business because you're just out there minding your own business and someone walks up to you and that knows you. It's kind of interesting. Feel free to approach me if you see me in public. I think I'm a pretty nice guy. All right, before I go, I want to shout out a couple of my favorite YouTubers who are friends of mine. Number one is my friend My very good friend Kathy with the 2 Cent Chicks. She has become a very good friend of mine, and if you haven't watched her channel, I suggest you doing that because she does a very good job of reviews. Her channel's getting better all the time. Number 2 is my friend Brendan from The Cheeky Truth. If you like raunchy street interviews, he is definitely the man you gotta check out. I sometimes go down there and help him out behind the camera, so it's a lot different than this channel, but certainly worth watching. Number 3 is my friend Mike Benson from the Unboxed Warehouse. He has definitely got a unique personality, someone who's very interesting to watch. Check out his channel. I'll link all these channels in the description below. All right, so that's it. If you show up at the Cool Creek Park Pavilion, my live session is over, and I'll be back in a few days with another product review. Until next time, this is James White with Freakin' Reviews. Thank you. And hopefully this wasn't too boring for those of you who don't let me wear glasses, this is how I'm gonna look if I don't wear them. All right, everybody. People always complain about me that don't wear glasses. Don't wear sunglasses is rude. I'm outside. The first question, I can't see it because my eyes are squinted.